flight to Louisiana. Got a trip to do, 3-day trip. I'm gonna show you around when we get there. Just got here, Shreveport, Louisiana. You wanna see my room? Hold on. I need to turn the light on. Okay, there goes some light. Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I can officially say that I have to go out of town for work. Oh, let me call you back. So I had to jump off the phone because my dispatcher was calling me about getting an extended stay. I mean, not extended stay, giving me extended time, extended checkout time, because I don't have to get my coach until the afternoon, and I didn't want to have to check out and then be roaming around Shreveport like I know what I'm doing, because I don't know where I'm at. I mean, I know where I'm at, but I don't know nobody in Shreveport, and I want to be walking around looking lost. So she's like, well, maybe you can just go get something to eat and sit and relax, go get you a snack. So anyway, I went to CC's Pizza and got me some pizza. I honestly am wishing I went to Johnny's Pizza House, but it's all good. I'm grateful I have pizza. To God be the glory. And I'm about to smash. But to those of you who've been wanting an update, I am not doing an apartment tour just yet until it's furnished in the way I want it. So I'm gonna wait to do that. But mentally, I've been okay. God has been blessing me. I see abundance just coming left and right. So I'll share that testimony, but I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful for life more abundantly. You know, John 10:10, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but I've come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. And that's what I am experiencing. That's what I desire. So I am going to check back in with y'all probably when I get on my coach tomorrow. Ciao. Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I'm getting ready to pack up the little bit of stuff that I have here and get ready to go to my coach. Someone should be bringing my coach and my check, because I just found out that my direct deposit was not entered. But it's all good. God is still good. I'm just grateful I have a check, okay? I'm gonna show you once I get there, because we do the exchange at Love's gas station. So I gotta take the bus from Louisiana, because I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana right now, and then we're going to Alabama. I'll try to film as much as I can, but it's kind of like, you know, I'm not really sure how to get the footage too much, because I don't want to seem like I'm playing around. You see what I'm saying? First impressions are lasting impression. And these people, I don't know how long they've been on the road. I want to say they started today, but I don't know. But I'm hearing that they want to take the same bus from wherever they started from all the way to Florida. So they have to deal with a total of, I think, 3 drivers. So I'm the second driver. The first driver is coming. So I'll be meeting him very soon. So I'll try to film as much as I can, but I'll see y'all in a second.
You know, I hear what you said, and I apologize.
Thank you. I'm sorry too.
I mean, we got the changeover coming soon, so that's obviously not.
Also, I've been keeping up with the ultimatum this season. This is season 3, episode 6. So it's I'm kind of like tossed in emotions with this season, because I'm just like, so what are y'all going to do? Because it just seems like it's a lot of back and forth type. Yeah, they feeling this person, then they turn around and say I still got feelings for the original person, and I'm just like, can we just fast forward to what are y'all going to do? But I'm trying to be patient and just listen to the process. But Child, this thing. I said, I'm going to take my emotions out of it because I'm a very emotional person. And sometimes when I watch things, especially Straw. Did y'all see Straw? Oh my. When I say my emotions was sent through the roof, my kids looking at me like, see, you just like every typical black person. I said, don't say that because this girl is going through some stuff. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but you just got to watch it. Straw, Tyler Perry, he did a number on our emotions. If you are an emotional person, beware before watching Straw with Taraji P. Henson. And that girl, her acting skills is top tier. Top tier. Like when I say, she almost took me back to the authenticity of Baby Boy. When she was in Baby Boy. Even then, I related to her. And I was just like, girl, this is my story. Like, are you living my life? But anyway, I'm not saying that Straw is my story. I'm saying, like, the authenticity of her acting skills was just like, she needs an Oscar. Okay? So, but yeah, let me go ahead and next clip, bus. On my way to get my bus, but first I said I'm gonna stop and get something to eat because I think the only place they have at that particular Love's gas station is Sonic. I'm not a fan of Sonic food. Maybe you are, but to me it just, I don't know. I don't want to insult folks, so I'm just not gonna eat there. So now I'm on my way towards there, but I guess I'll figure it out on the way. I'm here at Love's gas station waiting for the bus to pull up. I was trying to get gas to put in this car that I'm in now. So we got a company car that we take to get to different places. So anyway, I didn't want to give it to the next driver halfway full. So I was like, let me put some gas in it. Went to the gas pump and they give us a gas card. The gas card was not accepting my PIN number. And I think it's because I entered the wrong PIN. But anyway, I went inside to try to do it. It wasn't working inside. So I called dispatch. So dispatch, like, you got to call the number on the back of the card. Okay. I did that. I got it straight. I put the gas in the car. Then my dispatcher called me back again and was like, I'm going to beat you up if you don't stop calling here about little stuff. And I said, but it's kind of hard to, she was like, I really want you to relax on the trip. And I said, it's kind of hard to relax on the trip when you keep coming up. You're not used to it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not used to this whole drive exchange type situation. And like, from here to where I gotta go is 7 hours. I'm gonna have to call dispatch again and be like, do I just drive 7 hours straight? Do I have to stop anywhere? And if I stop, how long am I stopping? You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's hard to relax on a trip like this when you really don't know what to do. You understand? So I was like, she said, I want you to go ahead, get you something to eat, relax. First off, I tried to get a vacuum to clean this car out because if you've seen the crumbs on this floor, whoo, child. I said, can I use the gas card to get a car wash, vacuum, something? And the lady was like, no. So I was like, crumbs it is. I tried. Okay. If I had a little portable vac or something, I would use it. But I didn't know. Anyway. I'm going to just pull over somewhere. Because I do remember her saying if you do have to stop, don't make it no more than 30 minutes. So halfway through the trip, we'll probably stop. And it'll be no more than 30 minutes. And then we'll continue on. I was looking at. I thought it was a bug. It's probably a bird, but y'all will not believe the size of the bug I saw. That thing almost traumatized me. Ooh, child. It looked like a beetle with the two pointy things. A real big one though. And it was flying. And I was like, oh no. I think one of my coworkers was talking to me, and mid-conversation, I ran on the bus and closed the door. I just couldn't. I heard her saying as I was running, she's not a country girl. No. No, I'm not a country girl. And I'm sorry if that was rude to run away, but my life was at stake. Child, when I see that bug, I was like, oh no. Conversation's over. Let's put a period in this. But I'm waiting for him to pull up. He got my check. He made it known he got my check too. I got your check. I know you got my check. I'm gonna make sure you give me my check, sir. So anyway, all right, let me give you a little backstory. The person that's bringing me my bus was texting me the day before I had to come to work. So I was like, hello. He said, I'm the one that's going to be bringing you a bus. Are you going to Florida? I said, no, I'm not going to Florida. He said, oh, well, I'm the one that's supposed to be bringing you the bus. So who's going to Florida? I said, I don't know who's going to Florida. I'm not telling no lies. I'm not going to Florida. So you're not the one that's going, so you're not part of the trip? I said, yes, I am. And he was like, well, matter of fact, I can show you exactly what he said. Where's my phone at? Hold on one second. It's in the phone that I'm recording on, not the other phone. So anyway, I said, yes, I am going on a trip. He's like, well, I'm the one that's supposed to be bringing you the bus. And I was like, okay, good deal. So he like, well, when are you coming? Where are you going? And I'm like, you got a lot of questions, dear. That's what I said in my text message. You got a lot of questions, dear. And I said, no offense to you, but I'm not from here. And it's like, where I'm from, you don't keep asking people a whole bunch of questions. Because then you fishing for information. You know, they say Baltimore is known for be more careful. And I still have that, you know, the Bible says be as wise as a serpent and innocent as a dove. Well, yeah, that's how I walk. And I don't apologize about it. So I said, you got a lot of questions, sir, dear. And I don't mean to offend you, but I'm not from here. And I said, and I don't feel comfortable with someone asking me a whole bunch of questions. So he was like, well, he said this long paragraph, y'all. If I could show you the paragraph. Matter of fact, I'll probably screenshot it and put it right there. Well, I think he said the same thing like 3 or 4 different times. I'm the one that's supposed to be bringing you the bus. I need to make sure the bus is full. Da, 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 da. I'm going to bring you the bus. I'm going to make sure it's full. Da, da, da. I want to say he said the same thing 3 different times. So I was just like, okay, my supervisor already told me I got to fill up the bus. So what are you talking about? The only reason why y'all have my number in the first place, the only reason why any of us have each other's numbers is to do one thing and one thing only. And that is to call when you're an hour away. To make sure that they are there on site. That's it. Not a whole bunch of extra conversation. Not a whole bunch of extra questions. None of that. The girl who I got to give the bus to later on tonight into the morning, she will probably not hear from me unless I'm an hour away. I'm not asking her nothing. I don't need to ask her nothing. I don't need to say nothing about nothing. This Marquita, I'm an hour away. Period. Some people go, see, this is why people go to get reported to HR. Because people give you an inch and you want to take a mile. First off, you should not have sent me that long paragraph of a text message. Now, I'm a little tougher. I can take it. But somebody that's fragile would have reported him and said, aren't we only supposed to text each other when we're an hour away? Why is he giving me all this side conversation and all these extra questions like he's my supervisor when he is an employee just like me? But some people just a little extra. I don't know why. That's just how they are. Maybe that's just their personality. But I'm just like, you know, if you're dealing with me, let's stick to the pages. Let's just stick to the rules, okay? Because all that extra stuff, I don't feel comfortable with that. And I don't be knowing people motives, because in my mind, I'm thinking, is he thinking like, well, dang, she knew she just got a away trip? How she get a away trip if she knew she ain't even been here that long? That's what people with seniority and you see what I'm saying? Like, I just go to a whole nother way in my mind. But him asking me those questions didn't make it no better. So I was just like, okay, sir. And then today he texted me, I'm gonna text you when I'm about 45 minutes away. Okay. Just text me when you're 45 minutes away. This is 2.5 hours in advance, by the way. I'm just like, why? Why do you keep contact? You don't have to contact me. You don't. If you like me or something like that, that's all you got to say is, hey, I think you're very attractive. I think you're very beautiful. You ain't got to get into all this extra side stuff, because then I'm going to feel uncomfortable and then I'm going to stay away from you. That's just me. That's just how it is with me. But people are funny, y'all. They just funny, including myself. I know. But I'm gonna probably watch some YouTube, TikTok, something. Read my Bible. Preoccupy my time, because I still got a few hours before he shows up. I want to share something with y'all that I found in the Bible. This is in 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 2. I want to challenge you to do this. If you're up for the challenge, then let me know. But this is what it says, and I highlighted it. It says, on the first day of every week, each one of you should set aside a sum of money in keeping with your income, saving it up so that when I come, no collections will have to be made. So I was like, the first day of every week. So should I just take a day's wage out of my check and save it? That's just where I'm at right now. I'm thinking, like, if I save just a day's wage every week for the rest of this year, that'll be a decent amount of money. I'm up for the challenge. I believe I can do it. If you're able to and you're in a financial situation, let's challenge ourselves to save up. And then let's check back in monthly and see how it goes. But I want to say that I can do this. Matter of fact, I am going to say I'm going to do this. A day's wage every week for the rest of the year, until Christmas, until December 31st. That should be a decent amount of money saved. Untouched money saved. We can call this money, we can call that account, I'm trying to think, I don't want to call it emergency fund, because, you know, if you call an account an emergency fund, you're going to have an emergency, and then you're telling it where to go. We could call this account the extra funds. I don't know. Maybe sometimes if you're on vacation, you might wish, like, I wish I had some extra funds so I could really go shopping. Yes, you do have extra funds, because you've been saving a day's wage to the end of the year. I'm challenging you. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 2. Still waiting, by the way. So, I'm in Mississippi. I don't know if you can hear the background, but it sounds like frogs in the background. We had to stop and use the restroom. And all the kids are inside with their faculty staff. And I got like 3 hours and 32 minutes to go. Pray for me. Pray for me. 3 hours and 32 minutes. But guess what? We're going to get through it. Look at all this. These are bugs, by the way. It's not a dirty bus. It's bugs. So many bugs I hit. Mosquitoes. I don't even know what kind of bug that is. You would have thought it was raining. No, it's not raining. It's an overwhelming amount of bugs. I want to close the door, but people in and out, so I'm not going to close the door. But I'll keep y'all updated. 3 hours and 32 minutes to go. It's okay. It's all right. Easy, buddy. It's 3:24 in the morning. Just made it to my hotel. So I'm about to take a shower and eat my little canes that they treated me to. They treated me to canes, y'all. I look sleepy and tired, boy. I tell you, this ain't no joke. Here. Guess, and look, all I gotta say is God is good. I had a scare on the highway, but it's all good. We made it here safely. So I'm gonna have to pick this up tomorrow. I love y'all, but I'll be back. So I just pulled over to a country stop. Don't even know where I'm at. I think I'm in Louisiana somewhere. Oh boy, let's go. In here, oh, I didn't even show y'all the company car. It's just a little Yukon, little something. So now I'm about to go see if I can get me some ice and use the restroom. And I'll check back in with y'all. This is the store I'm in. I should have asked them what part I'm in, but I don't want to seem like a tourist. But I'm waiting for the restroom. There's a line. Well, was a line. I'm next. And I got a tinkle so bad. Ooh, I got a tinkle so bad. I found this. I'm assuming it belonged in the restaurant. I'm about to put it in there. I love my good smelling smells, boy. And this say Fusion 3000 too. Freshness for 30 days. Mango Breeze. Get you one. That bathroom was... It was 5 people sitting around. And now one person decided, hey, let's go clean the bathroom. I don't be understanding some folks. I got some people just like, I'm just barely here to get a paycheck. That's it. I don't care nothing about none of the other stuff that's going on. They're probably like, I don't care if the bathroom get clean, if it don't get clean. I really don't care. I promise you that's their attitude. Disgusting. You hear me? I didn't even want to stop at first, but I had to tinkle so bad. I keep eating ice. Whew. So I was just like, let me go on ahead and stop. And then I seen they had like a few other eatery spots around, so I was like, maybe it's decent. I don't know. I had bought some chips. Well, they taste stale. I was like, I don't need to eat them. Because they almost taste like pork rinds. And they potato chips. I'm like, what the? Try not to complain and work on not complaining this year. And just be grateful. I guess when you're a person that's picky and you got high hopes for folks, it's like part of you is just like, I expect excellence in everything. If I give excellence in everything, I expect excellence in everything. So it's kind of hard to unsee certain things. But let me go ahead and get back on this road And I'm gonna have to check back in with y'all in a little bit.